Hi friends, I welcome you to this session on how to create the Individual Development Plan. IDP is a process you create in partnership with Manager to enhance your professional growth by identifying your personal goals for professional development, setting goals to learn or improve in important competencies you will need, identifying your strengths, talents and passions and planning ways to use them on the job. You will work with your manager to evaluate areas that have the greatest potential to pay off for you and for the organization. In the next few minutes, I will explain your role in creating and directing your professional development. The creation of an individual development plan involves 3 critical steps. 1. Identification of your strengths and validation through discussion with your manager. 2. Finalizing the development strategy using 3E: education, experience, and exposure. 3. Documenting the individual development plan. Step 1. Identification of strengths and of development. Employee and manager should complete this before sitting for the IDAP meeting. Importance of this step is to look at different data sources to identify common patterns and behaviors, to identify consistently demonstrated behaviors, both strengths and areas of development. To synthesize performance data, consider inputs from 3 major sources. 1. DC report to give you an external expert assessment of the person's strengths and areas of development. 2. Performance review data to give you evaluation of competencies by your manager in the feedback form in form of strengths, area of development, etc. 3. OPQ self-report to give you data about your personality and preferences. Using at least 2 of the above sources, identify common areas of strengths and development. Now pick the ones most critical to the role and the overall business priority to finalize the competencies to work upon. At least 1 strength and maximum 2 areas of development should be finalized for IDAP. Step 2. Validation of strengths and of development. The stage involves the IDP meeting in which manager engages in an in-depth discussion on strengths and area of development. This is important as A. The person internalizes the strengths and development areas through this process. B. This step gives the opportunity to calibrate the right behaviors for development. The meeting is structured in form of behavioral event interview. A behavioral event interview helps to gain in-depth insight into examples of leadership behaviors demonstrated by an individual. The process for questioning can be the STAR+L technique. Full understanding of STAR equals L is as follows. S, situation and/or T for task. A for actions. R, results. By now you would have identified the key behaviors that the person demonstrates, both strengths and areas of development. This data should confirm the competencies identified through the step 1. The same process can be customized to ask questions around the competency. Step 3. Finalizing the IDAP based of 3E. You must be wondering what is 3E. Education, training, workshops, book reads, etc. Exposure. A process where you take a coach or mentor to learn from others' experiences. Experience includes real-time learning in the form of on-the-job training or action learning projects. We should use the GROW model to arrive at the 3 E's as we finalize the IDAP document. Let's understand the GROW better. G for goal. R, reality. O, options. W, will. Through the process of GROW, the manager enables the person to think through what the person wants to achieve, what is the current situation, how can the person plan their actions and what specifically would they do post this conversation. The manager also commits to this process by asking a key question. what help do you need from me? At the end of this process step, the person should be very clear about what to fill in the IDP template. Now, let's learn the documentation of IDP. This stage comprises of two parts. 1. Filling the IDAP template and ensuring quality. 2. Reviewing the process using the checklist. The IDAP template is shown below. Quality check. Please refer the document on quality check as part of this learning kit. Be careful about the common errors while filling IDAP. 1. Strength and development needs are generic and the language is not compatible with the MLC, Mahindra Leadership Competencies, for example, interpersonal skills. 2. Development goal is defined inappropriately. There is a difference between a KRA and development goals. Let's understand this further. Development goals. Statements of action to improve competencies and skills of a role holder. KRA. Key result areas are general areas of outcomes or outputs for which the role holder is responsible. 3. Goals or actions may not be SMART. 4. Template has missing elements, indicating that either the person has not understood the unfilled parts or else is not sure about committing. This needs to be addressed. Next steps. 1. You need to read through the DC report's PMS feedback to identify your strengths. 2. Human Resource will partner with you in the IDAP meeting along with your manager. 3. Create the document and upload on system. 4. Live the document and ensure that you adhere to the action plan. Hoping you will be able to derive the best value out of this exercise.